Today, you know, a World War II airship is docked right now, Cincinnati's riverfront. They're at the public landing. Denise Johnson live this morning on the LST 325. And Denise, are you protecting us from the enemy? Good morning.
I'm going to protect you from the enemy if I can figure out how to mount myself. Can you believe this? This is a gun. Now look, you have to, I'm not used to this kind of a gun, but look at this thing and look how long it is. And you have to hang your feet down here. So somehow you're harnessed into this. They told me if I fell, they'd pick me up. So basically, I guess you got to hold your feet on there. I don't know. Is there hopefully a sling in there? I mean, as far as this is Jack Stevenson. Jack, you are a World War II vet, yeah. And you didn't necessarily serve on the SLT, but you've served on many ships.
I was on a destroyer escort in the Pacific, yeah. Oh. The 20 millimeter you were just on in the Navy in World War II, everybody, I was a radioman, everybody had to go through gunnery school. I fired them in with the Great Lakes and in Newport, Rhode Island, both. Yeah, you had to learn to do it. If they needed help, you had to help them and knew how to do it, yeah. I also went through 2 firefighting schools. Everybody had to go through a firefighting school, everybody, yeah.
Well, that way, if you had a fire. Talk to me about this ship. I mean, I keep calling it a boat, but you said a boat can fit on a ship, but a ship can't fit on a boat because why?
Oh, it's too small, too big.
If I put a ship on a boat, it'd sink.
Yeah. This truck behind us right here, this Navy truck, is on an elevator. This ship, everything on this ship works and operates. Early in the war, this one was built in the Philadelphia Navy Yard in '42. They made elevators to raise the trucks up and down here onto the top deck. They found out it was too slow to do this. When you're on the beach being shot at, you can't take 15 minutes to unload each piece of equipment. As they built the newer ones, they made ramps out of these so they could drive them off. But this was an early one, in 42, yeah.
Well, that's what this ship is, though. This is the LST, so it held the tanks. That's what makes this ship unique, because the whole bottom, and I know we have video back of the bottom of the boat where they can actually drive the ships in. It's just a huge haul.
Yeah, our tank deck could haul 20 Sherman tanks. Usually, they would back the Shermans in if they were going onto the beaches so they could go out to gun ports firing. When this ship made the landings in Sicily in July '43, they actually had to go out the doors firing because the Hermann Goering Panzer Division was on the beaches with their tanks. They nearly drove us back into the ocean because they outgunned our tanks at the time.
Wow, that's impressive. I mean, I know we're looking at the upper deck, and there's some boats up there that are hanging off of the side with the 325-3. So what are those boats up there?
Those are Higgins boats. They were designed and made in New Orleans, and all of these LSTs made at the cornfield shipyards in World War II had to go to the ocean through New Orleans. They picked up their Higgins boats. They're actually LCVPs. We have one crewman aboard right now that was at Okinawa on one of these ships, and he actually hauled the Marines ashore on the beaches in one of those LCVPs. Yeah.
And that's like in the movies where the back end of it drops down and they come out running out of the back of the boat.
That's it, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, and that's a boat because this is a ship, yeah, right? Yeah. I mean, the size of this, I know we were talking about, it held 100 sailors plus 10 officers, and then you had another 250 men that you could haul that would bring their tanks on down into the base. And I know we had some video we were showing earlier as well of the barracks and how they slept down there. Was it hot? Well, you did. What do you think?
Well, I was never on an LST, but all of them was exactly the same. Now, in the South Pacific, below decks where the mess crews ate and where you slept, we usually ate topside. It was 120 degrees down below. We slept topside at night in the gun tubs when we could. That's very few times we did, but it was just too hot below decks. Yeah. These LSTs were exactly the same way.
Wow.
But now they did have a boiler room on board all of them, and if they went into cold climates, they could actually generate heat for the crews.
Well, I mean, just even walking in this ship, Frank, I mean, you could feel the heat coming off of the side. Now, right now, there are guys actually manning this ship, living on this ship, and driving it through the river. So you can still see it, though, in Indiana. Frank, back to you.
It's gorgeous, and I can listen to these men talk all day long. We thank them for their service.